everyone. Welcome to today's video. We are at Sherbourne and Bloor Street. I'm crossing east onto Sherbourne Street North. That's Sherbourne Street South. And today is Monday, February 15th. Gorgeous day. And we are going to be walking through Rosedale. We're going to pick up from where I left off yesterday. So funny, it was a little bit irritating. So I had planned to tape this video yesterday, but my battery conked out halfway through this video. So I am starting anew today. So I walked back down here today from home. I live Yonge and Eglinton neighborhood. So I walked back down here today and am starting this video over again. That was supposed to happen yesterday. But the good news is that you're here with me and that it's also a beautiful afternoon. It is about quarter after 1 in the afternoon, and when I left the house it was about -5. And that's Rosedale Valley Road. That will bring you to to Bayview. And again, if you look just beyond the street, just across the street there, you see those high-rise buildings. That is the Yorkville neighborhood. So yeah, so it was a little disappointing yesterday that this video conked out, and I'm redoing it because I wouldn't mind like moving on to a different walk today. But oh well, c'est la vie. And yesterday it was a gorgeous day as well. It was blue skies with some puffy cotton clouds. So today started off a little grayer, a little bit colder, but since I've been out this afternoon, it's really brightened up. I'll show you the blue sky. It's beautiful. So we are on Sherbourne, walking north, and we're going to make our way meander through Rosedale again. So when we would bike ride in town, this is one of the routes we would take back home. And my plan today is to follow that same cycle route. Only one problem is my sense of direction is super bad. So that's okay, because even if we do get a little bit lost or off course, every part of this neighborhood, this Rosedale neighborhood, is beautiful to walk through. So it really doesn't matter if we don't do that bike route, but we're going to try. At least I'm going to try. So right up here on the corner, up here where it says Elm Avenue, I was pretty sure this is where I had to turn to get onto the bike route. And I just confirmed with my husband, and he did say yes, this is where I have to turn down. So this is where I'm going. Really like this apartment house. I think it's an apartment house. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's condos or an apartment building. I really like it.
It's a east-west.
I like because it's in a nice neighborhood, and there is a bus route here, and it's easy to walk downtown. It's easy to walk to Midtown, and it's a low-rise building. I don't live in an apartment anymore, but for the most part I enjoyed the apartment living experience. What I didn't like is when I had noisy neighbors. And I remember, I think the first apartment I had, I lived in a bachelor apartment, and I was on the 3rd floor, and the building had 4 floors. And the apartment directly above me were partiers. Luckily, they were only partiers on the weekend. And also lucky for me, I was 30, so, the loud noise and the party action didn't bother me as much as it would certainly today. But I remember waking up and going upstairs and asking them to turn down the music, and they could never hear me, of course, because it was too loud. But otherwise, for the most part, I really enjoyed apartment living. So when I come across, I think, what is a cute little building, or a building that is well maintained, and I just anticipate it has nice rooms, nice apartments, it is always of interest. I always wonder what they really look like on the inside. All right, and David also reminded me to turn down Glen Road, go north. So here we are up at Glen Road. And this is Rosedale. So right straight ahead there, you can see that white brick home. These homes are fewer and far between, and what I mean by that is many of them are often refurbished, torn down, or, no longer carry that, I guess, look of the times. But there's something really nostalgic about it. So I think a bus line does come through here. I mean, there is a bus line. There is a bus line through Rosedale. I'm not sure what streets it goes down, but this is Glen Road. So when you say Glen Road, people know exactly where you're talking about. They know you're talking about bougie Rosedale. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, Rosedale is certainly one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Toronto. And if I get my bearings correct, this walk will take us into the neighborhood of Moore Park. Also a lovely neighborhood. And then we cross over a pedestrian bridge, which is over train tracks. And I would have to, of course, walk my bike up. David, of course, rode his bike up. So yesterday's video, I walked down here Crescent Road and straight down there. The plan was to kind of loop around. So we were doing that today instead. So it looks like we're on the right track because it has the bike route number 41. You can see the blue sign there on that post. Let's hope this is right. If not, we'll be experimenting through this route wherever it takes us. We'll do this together. Nice. Wow. Wow. Look at the beautiful view. That house, I don't know now if you can see it anymore, but I don't know through the trees if you can see. There's a house there that has a top floor set of windows floor to ceiling, so they can look out over the whole ravine, which we're about to cross. Ooh, I do get vertigo, so that's as far as I can dip over. Get vertigo, can you believe it? I've never had that problem before until, I don't know, it's been long enough, but I never used to be so fearful about heights. Is that an age thing or lack of exposure to heights? So this bridge is crossing over the Rosedale ravine. Now down there, that is going to be, that is facing west. That's probably south of Bloor. Look at the puppy! Oh my god! Such a cute puppy. That was a golden. That looked like a retriever. No, that was a lab. That was a golden lab. Puppy! Oh, I just want to pick them up and squeeze them and snuggle them. I guess I want to do that with all dogs, actually. Oh, cute. So that's looking south down Glen Road. Wow, that's a lovely house. Look at the view that they have, the way their windows are situated. They can see into the ravine. How beautiful, particularly in the morning on a summer's day when the sun is shining. You see all that nature. How beautiful. This is an old, across the street here, an old majestic estate. That's lovely too. Lovely homes. It's, you know, it depicts a castle, doesn't it? There's that steeple up there. It's nice. And that nice big window. It's lovely. Yeah, I think I'm still going the right way. I see another blue sign, a cycling sign. It's funny when you cycle versus walking. Cycling, you get to that destination at those points a lot quicker. And walking, I feel like it's taking too long to get to where I think I should be. But of course, reflecting on being on a bike, gotta keep that in mind. I'm not sure if the audio will pick this up, but there's birds chirping. It's encouraging. So across the street there, that white house, I don't know if you can see in that second floor window, there's a heart illuminated. And I've been noticing that during yesterday's walk. I think I pointed out one, but I didn't point out all of the ones that I saw. many of those hearts were placed in people's windows. I think I probably saw about 4 or 6, something like that. I can hear the birds chirping. I wish I had a zoom lens because I can see this perfectly coiffed hornet's nest in a tree. And there's no zoom, so I can't zoom into it. Now, do I go straight? I think I do go straight. Yeah, I think so. Oh. You notice more certainly walking than you do in a car or cycling. You just have to keep your eye on the road. Oh, that looks like a nice little park up here, little neighborhood park. It will be nice to come here through the summer as well, when everything is in bloom. As really any part of the city, when things are in bloom, it's just so pretty. So this park right here looks like it services the neighborhood, and it's called Whitney Park. This is a beautiful church here. I don't know what the denomination is. Oh, it's a United Church. I just love the structure, the architecture of churches. They're so majestic looking. Now, this house here on the corner of Glen Road and Roxborough Drive, this house has been in reconstruction mode for a very long time. I mean, I'm sure it's a very expensive redo, and I'm not sure, maybe people are living in there? Yeah, maybe they are. Yeah, they must be, because the looks like the landscaping work is done. But it was in redo mode. It wasn't completely gutted. That's I think that's the shape of the original external. But it seemed to have taken a long time. But I can only imagine it would because of the costs involved in redoing a place like that. Oh, I hope you could have picked that up. I wonder. The sound of those songbirds are the music. It's literally music. Now down there is entrance into the ravine, I think. Yeah. Now I think up here, I think this is the top of Glen Road. I think this is where I think I need to turn left to go over that bridge. I'll find out soon enough. Or maybe it says Glen Road continues to the east, so going right. But we'll wait till we see, till we get to the top of this street. Cute dog. I think this is, oh, is this it? Summerhill? Oh yes, this is it. Great. Didn't get lost. Okay, so we're turning left down Summerhill Avenue, I think it is. Yep, Summerhill Avenue. And we're walking west now on the north side of Summerhill Avenue. So just up ahead here on the north side, right where the street side that I'm walking on, is there's a nice little grocery store. It's a bougie grocery store, one of those specialty stores, I think. And there's also, I think, like a little hairdresser and a few other little shops along this, I guess for lack of a better term, strip mall. But by no means is it a strip mall by the traditional sense of that phrase. It's, I think, pretty high-end. See, again, this would be like a cute little apartment building, I think. Quiet neighborhood. There's just something about these low-rise apartment buildings I find so appealing. Yeah, up right here, Summerhill Market. And this is the backyard of houses. This is Summerhill. This place is crazy busy in the summer. Crazy busy in the summer. Part of the reason why it's busy too is I think you can pick up some ice cream up here. Yeah, I think there's a few places to stop into if you're going for a walk in the neighborhood. Yeah, right here. Pizza and pizza cones. Oh, like pizza cones. And here is the, oh, this is an interior design shop. Yeah, look at that, pizza cones. Isn't that interesting? Never heard of that. You can see pizza in a cone. Cool. That's interesting. Bakery, popular spot. Drugstore. Flowers. Yeah, so I can understand why this is so busy in the summer, or any time really. Because there's a lot of neat things to get here.
Yeah, no, it's the same idea.
Of course, veterinary services. Yeah, this would be a go-to little mall to come to. I know when we were riding our bikes through here, sometimes we would stop at that Summerhill Market and pick up a few delectable delights. Oh, look at that pretty stained glass window. That's pretty. So if you can see just beyond there, there's the bridge. We're going to cross over that. We're going to cross over that bridge. So I would have no problem with the bike going up this first piece of the bridge, the first part of the bridge, no problem. But then there's a sharp turn, and I just don't have the wherewithal to make that turn and then continue to climb. So I would get off at the top like a suck and then walk my bike around the corner and up that second half. There's the train tracks. There's the bridge that we're going to cross over. And I think once we cross over that bridge, that brings us into Moore Park. Oh, the vertigo. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we just came from that direction. Now we're just turning this corner on this second half of the bridge. And a slight incline up again. See a lot from the top. I just get too close to the railing. Jeez Louise, holy cow. See, and suddenly being enclosed, you can see the chain link. I feel a lot more comfortable. So I can lean, no problem, here. Just because of the chain link fence. It allows me that much more confidence that I'm not going to fall over. It's not going to happen anyway, but that whole vertigo thing. So it's fun on the bike because here's a bit of a decline in the sidewalk over the bridge. So now on the other side of the bridge, we're on the north side. And I just love just letting the bike go and go ripping down here. Because you can see sort of the cars coming. You can certainly hear them. And so you know whether you can afford to really let go. And then the bike would come out and provide enough momentum to carry us up, partway up this little hill here without having to pedal. Imagine having to pedal on a bike when you don't have to. Oh well. So I've not yet tried an electric bike. We have talked about it. I'm just not prepared yet to use an electric bike. I don't mean for, city cycles and, day cycles. I don't mean for that. But when we do, when we're cycling 6 days straight, back to back, and cycling anywhere between, 40 and 70 kilometers a day. Sometimes we're going through some pretty hilly parts or mountainous parts, and that's when you want a bike. An electric bike, that is. What I find is I just get off the bike and push it up that specific part of the hill that is too tiring for me. And of course David meets me up at the top because he cycles his way up there the whole way. Can't lose him because he's always a navigator, and he's a good navigator. I have no clue. We always have maps and routes and key signals to look for when we're on biking tours. It's usually just David and I, and we get the maps from the bike companies and directions, and they're usually pretty good. But I just don't get it half the time. I can't always read what I'm seeing. I just don't interpret, maps well. So I'm never the navigator, and it's a welcomed relief. The good news is David loves navigating and he loves map reading, so it's a win-win. Yeah. It'd be nice to go cycling again on another vacation cycle. Last year, I may have mentioned it in a previous video. Last year we went to Ottawa and cycled in Ottawa, and they have beautiful unobstructed bike paths in Ottawa. It's just magnificent. Okay, let's hold the boat here for 1 second. I think I'll go up here. Yeah, I have to cross the street and turn right, so I've got to walk east. What's that down there? I'm not going to risk it. Am I? No, I think I'm going this way. Yeah. Route 41. That makes sense to me. We'll just continue to follow Route 41. So far, it has been right. And this looks familiar to me. This little jaunt before we make a turn to the left going north. Huh. Is that Inglewood Drive? Inglewood Drive, yeah. Okay, that's Mount Pleasant back there. Yeah, we're going to continue this way. Now, Inglewood Drive, you can see across the street, I think closer to that direction, closer to the west side. During the Christmas season, this street, many of the neighbors on this street put up giant inflatable Santa Clauses. Like, they're all identical. And it has become a attraction at Christmas time for Toronto residents to come and have a look at all the Santa Claus, inflatable Santa Clauses on Inglewood Drive. Just gonna fix the camera for a second. Okay, you can do this. There you go. I'm sorry if the camera was a bit out of shot or if it was a bit leaning. I just realized that it may have been. Sorry about that, if that was the case. Yeah, where am I here? So this also is a lovely neighborhood, as I mentioned earlier. It's pretty quiet. It is expensive. Now, within this neighborhood here, there isn't necessarily like a grocery store that I can think of that you can just sort of walk to. It is, and what I mean, like, I'm thinking for most people, they're carrying groceries, again, depending on, how many bags and whatever, but, grocery shopping typically is done by car, especially if you're shopping for a whole family. But, yeah, there isn't one close enough, I don't think, to walk to if you're going to be doing that kind of a grocery haul. And there isn't one even 10 minutes away on foot, so that's the only kind of downside to this neighborhood is easy access to a grocery store. That's St. Clair. And, oh yeah, okay. So this is Moore Avenue, I think. We'll look at a sign and see, but it's a fairly, as you can already tell, it's a fairly busy thoroughfare, north-south. And up ahead here leads into a cemetery, and the cemetery, of course, has bike paths through it. And this is the way we would come down and then get to that cemetery that I was mentioning and go through along those bike paths to get home. Hey, Rose Park Drive. We have Currency named after, oh no, that's not Rose Park, that's Desmond, oh, what's her name? Can't remember. Desmond something, or something Desmond. It's been so long since I've actually held cash in my hand. Since the pandemic, I don't use cash. So I can't remember that that the new female that's on the currency. Yeah, so I can't remember what her name is, because I don't look at bills anymore. It's all plastic. The thought of carrying cash while the pandemic is still front and center is just not an option. I will not carry cash. Oh, that's, let's see. There's a bridge down there. I'm gonna have to come down here another time and cross that bridge. See where it takes us. So I know a bus runs along this street. At least it used to. I'm pretty sure it probably still does. And just up ahead here to the left is a park and playground, and I think a baseball diamond. Let's have a look-see and see what's going on. No, not on this side, but certainly where there looks like a park hut is there. We'll walk around the park. So right up there you can see the blue sign across the street on the sign pole there. That's Route 41. So we've been following Route 41. And just across the street here, right up here, just to right to the left where you can, I'm not sure if you can see that crosswalk sign blinking. That's where the cemetery is.
I'm looking forward to it.
And that's where we take our bikes through. So here we are. This is Moore Park, I think. Yeah, there's a clubhouse there. And a kid park. Oh, maybe that is a baseball diamond, or is that maybe tennis courts? Let's see. Oh, one thing I do want to point out, what I've been noticing is you can see that ping pong table right there. That cement with the that cement base or the cement table, and right below is the ball-shaped feet or legs at the ping pong table. Those have been placed in parks around the city over the last few months. Yeah, and there I can see, yeah, so this is called Rosedale Park, and there are tennis courts there, and certainly a baseball diamond here. So we're coming up to Mount Pleasant and Moore, I think it is. So we started at Bloor Street and Sherbourne Avenue. And we've meandered through Rosedale and part of Moore Park. So hopefully you saw a bit of those neighborhoods to get an idea of what they look like. I hope you enjoyed this walk. I certainly enjoyed having you with me, and thank you for sharing this walk with me. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel, Boomer Girl Walking. And I hope you consider smashing that like box. And we are going to be concluding today's walk at the corner of Mount Pleasant Road and Moore Avenue. So again, thank you for joining me, folks. Hope you have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.